So good evening, and today it will be last day for IP version 6. Thank you, Nikhil. And sorry, I was not able to declare result of this game that we played yesterday, like on Sunday. Okay, I will do it tomorrow. I will do it tomorrow because actually I was busy with other stuff. Okay, so good morning, Nick. Good evening, Nikhil, Mark. Hi, and let me start our session. Okay, Nitish, thank you. So today it is really important day. We will connect the dots, and at the end of today's session you are able to understand all the aspect of the IP version 6. Yeah, Brijesh, hi Brijesh. Dara, thank you for love. Okay, and let's start the session right now. Okay, so Rajkumar, good evening Rajkumar. uh let me open, let me share my screen with you guys. Okay, this is my screen, and we'll start with the mind map. Yeah, we'll start with the mind map. Okay, good evening Dara, good evening. Mohammed Khalid, good evening. So we just finished, like in the previous session we finished about the global unicast address, right? What is global unicast address, right? Yeah, well, there is a point about all this. We finished it on the previous session. Yeah, it was a format of the global unicast address and all this. Okay, global unicast address is like a live IP address in our IP version 4, or we can say that it is a public IP. Okay, and then we finish about the unique local. No, I will go. Yeah, this will be the point of today. Okay, so the unique local, it is like a fake IP. Yeah, it is like a fake IP. In IP version 4, we have fake IP. Okay, and there is a three type of fake IP. The first is for class A. It is 10.0.0.0.0 to 10.255.255.255.255. For class B, we have 172.16.0.0 to 172.31.255.255. And for class C, we have 192.168.0.0 to 192.168.255.255, right? Same way, we have unique local IP address into the IP version 6, and there is an indication for for unique local IP address also. Okay, so we can say that unique local works somewhat like a private IP addresses. Yeah, we have a fake IP address or a private IP address into the IP version 4, and we have unique local IP addresses into the IP version 6. Okay, now how can I identify that? We'll talk about not routable or reachable over the internet. Same as fake IP, these IP addresses are not routable into the internet. Okay, good evening Prakash Kumar. Now what is the format? How can I identify that these IP addresses is a unique local address? Okay, so this is the structure. Okay, this is the structure, and you can say that there is the first 7 bits are decided. Okay, the first 7 bits is decided, and it is a 11110. Okay, so same like in the global address. Okay, same like is the global unicast. It has the first 3 bit decided. If the first 3 bits it is a 001, then the given IP address is a global unicast address, right? Same way, if the first 7 IPs it is a 11111, okay, you can say that it is a unique local IP addresses. So it has a 7 bit, yeah, 7 bit, and this 7 bit it is assigned by IANA. And actually when they started this, the actual term was FC::7. Yeah, it was started like when they started, it was actual term is FC::/7. This will like 1111 bit was fixed there, 1111, then 110. Okay, and then they changed this as per RFC reference code comment, and it is like FD/8. Now in this book, like if you read the CCNA book, the current new book, they are telling that they are saying that you can use this like FD/8. Okay, so you have to remember both. So for global IP, the IP address starting with the FC::/7, or you can say FD/8. Okay, so in the exam you may get like question like what is the global unicast IP, or sorry, what is the unique local IP. Okay, and you may get FC::/7 as answer, or FD::8. Okay, so keep this in mind. When they started, the 7-bit was fixed, and now they included the 8-bit. Okay, so we can consider both. Yeah, if you are giving the answer like FC::7, you are right, and if you are giving answer like FD::8, you are also right. Okay, so the IP address starting with the 1111110, the 7 bits are same. Okay, and if you convert this 11111, it will be F, and if you convert this 1100, it will be C. Yeah, so it is like FC::7. Okay, choose a unique 40-bit global IP. So this particular 8-bit, or we can say the 7 bits are same. Yes, sir. As per new book showing FD. Yeah. As per new book, it is saying FD. Nikhil, you are right. Okay. And you are reading and practicing too much. Yeah, it is really good. Okay. If you want to really pass the exam, like as per your preparation, I want to give you one advice. Okay. If you want to really give exam, book the exam date. Okay. If you book the exam date, it will be really easy for you to practice. Otherwise, what will happen? You will be in loop. Yeah, you will be in loop, and you are not able to give exam like for months. Okay, so if you want to really give exam, just decide the time, like after 30 days I am going to give the exam, and then you can prepare according to this particular date. Yeah, it is really good to book at exam in advance. And if you are not comfortable, like you decided the date like 30th September, and if you are not comfortable, you can able to reschedule the exam before 24 hours. Yeah, so it is good to, if you really decided that I want to give this exam, okay, just book the date. Okay, the 48-bit, it is considered as a global ID prefix. It is, you can use any 40-bit, and 16-bit, it is for the subnetting. Yeah, so 16-bit, it is for subnetting. We have to schedule one day like for the subnetting and all this, but this is the format of a of a unique local address, or we can say that is a fake IP address. Okay, so this is a unique local. Basically, we can say that it is a fake IP address, same like IPv4. We have a private IP. Yeah, and it started with the FD::/8 or FC::/7. Okay, now we are going to talk about the third. It is link local address. Okay, now link local address is like an automatic address. Okay, so when you configure any IP address, any IPv6 address, this will be automatically configured with the IP version 6. This is a special kind of unicast IPv6 address used with the neighbor discovery protocol. Now, what is this neighbor discovery protocol, right? I will going to explain you. This is the really important topic of the day. What is this unique local address? Yeah, so we will talk about it later. Don't worry. Today itself, we will talk about this. Okay, and how can I identify that this IP address is local? That I will going to explain you. Data remain local to the link. So this particular link local address, it is for local connectivity only. Okay, so it will not cross the router. Okay, it will not cross the router. So suppose if I have router like R1, and I have the second router, it is R2. So the address will be in this particular link. Okay, address will be for this particular link. Now if suppose I am having third router R3, okay, you cannot send data using link local address to this particular R3. So if you want to send the data from R1 to R3, you cannot use link local address. Okay, so the data for the link local remains to that particular address only. Yeah, so it will be fixed, and it cannot cross the boundary of the link. Okay, and that's why it is called link local address. That's why we call it a link local address. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, and we can say that it is like a PIPA. Yeah, a PIPA means what? In Windows, if you configure IP address automatically, okay? So let me give you example. You have 4 PC, right? And you decided that I will configure DHCP on my router. I will configure DHCP on my router. So this router, like all PC4, in all 4 PC, you configure like obtain IP address automatically. So when you will start your computer, this computer will request for the DHCP. Okay, hey DHCP, give me IP address. But for some reason, your router is not able to provide IP address to all this PC. Or maybe we can talk about that particular PC. Okay, so you configure your computer to provide IP address automatically, but due to some reason, your DHCP is not able to provide IP address. Okay, so if you have Windows PC, it will configure itself an IP. It is like 169.254.XX. You do not need to configure your PC with IP address. Okay, it will configure automatically with using this IP. It is started from the 169.254.XX. In IP version 4, it is called automatic private IP address. Okay, and it is also a local to the link. Like it cannot cross the boundary of router. Okay, so in IP version 6, we can say that we have this link local address, and this is really useful when you are using when we will talk about the neighbor discovery process. Okay, keep this in mind. These addresses are local to the link. Okay, so it cannot cross the boundary of router. It can only use to communicate in the common same link, right? So this is a use of this, and it will be automatically configured. I am going to I will do practical for that. Don't worry about it. Okay, not used for the normal IPv6 packet flow that contain data for the application. This is for router to router or the host to host communication. This is not useful for the data flow or a data communication. Okay, so how can I identify this? The format. Okay, the format of link local is, it is started with the 10 bit. Okay, so as like a link local, we have 1111110011 is a common. Okay, we have this particular 10 bits. The first 10 bits is common. Okay, if it is at 1111 1100 and 11, the given IP address is link local. And if you convert this into the hexadecimal, okay, the 10 bit is fixed and it is considered as a FE80. Okay, so if it is FE80, so if the address is starting with the FE80, the given address is you consider as a link local address. Okay, now the first 10 bit is fixed. Okay, the first 10 bit is fixed, and remaining 54 bit is always zeros. Yeah, the remaining 54 bit is always zeros. Okay, so it is fixed. Okay, and there is no subnet. See, for like unique local, we consider 16 bit for the subnet. Yeah, we have 16 bit for the subnet. Same way for global unicast like live IP, we have this 16 bit for the subnet. But for link local, there is no subnetting, because this is not for subnetting. It is local to the link only. So 10 bit, it is fixed, it is FE80, and then all remaining 54 bit, it is for like 000 in the link local address. Okay, and we'll talk about interface ID today's session. Like it will be we will finish it today, right? So this is a third address, and it is called link local address. Yeah, link local address. Now I'm going to talk about fourth option, and this fourth option is a multicast address. See, multicast, it is really useful in the IP version 6. Why? Because in IP version 4 there is no broadcast. Okay, so whatever we are doing with the broadcast in IP version 4, it will be replaced by IP version 6 multicast. Okay, so it is really useful. One to many communication, if you want to send data from one to many, we are always using multicasting, right? some reserve same reserve address as IP version 4. Like in IP version 4, we have 224.2239, right? Here we have some reserve address for IP version 6 also. Here is the format, and this is the format. Okay, the first is 11111111. Okay, it is like FF. It is starting with the FF. If all one, it is F, and the second one is also 1, so it is always start with the FF. Okay, so if the IP address is started with the FF, this particular IP address is considered as a multicast, and basically multicast is useful for the one to many communication. Okay, now for exam perspective, you have to remember this. Yeah, you have to remember this, and I'm right now I'm considering you to just remember first two. Okay, just remember first two. The first one is FF02::1. Okay, this is a reserve IPv6 address. Okay, and when you are sending the data to FF02::1, all nodes on the local network segment will get this. Yeah, so it is FF02::1. What I am saying, like suppose if this router will send the data, okay, using FF02::1, okay, all host, yeah, all host in the LAN will get this multicast. Okay, and this is really useful for the exam, like they are asking question about it. Okay, so just comment this FF02::1. Yeah, FF02::1. It is really useful for all node multicast. Yeah, type this FF02::1. It is all node multicast address. Yeah, it is all node multicast address, all nodes multicast address. Type this in the comment, because whenever you will type this, you will remember it for life. Okay, and if you like, when you get this question in exam, okay, it is really easy for you. Okay, so be player and comment it again, like, yeah, FF02::1. Type all nodes. Okay, all nodes. So whenever you will multicast on FF02::1, okay, all the hosts in LAN will get this message. Okay, yeah, all node multicast address, Rajkumar. Yeah, Nitish, good. Yeah, okay, and FF02::2. So all routers on the local network segment. Yeah, so whenever you will send the packet for FF02::2, all routers on the local network, so this will be forwarded to the router only. Yeah, but on the local, like it cannot cross the boundary of router, but all the router will get this message. FF02::2, it is for all routers, and FF02::1, it is for all nodes. Yeah, FF02::1 is all node. And now type this FF02::2, it is for all router multicast. Yeah, it is for all router multicast. Yes, good. Right. Okay, so these are the address type. Okay, and I will upload this mind map very soon, so you can download from the same link. Yeah, it is like everything will be available on this Google Drive. Okay, so I will upload it very soon, don't worry about this. It is a link local, and it is a multicast. And now today we are going to cover this fifth point, and it is really useful. Yeah, it is really useful. So now before I start this, I want to ask you some question. Okay, I want to ask you some question. So here I'm going to draw one network. Okay, this is my switch. I'm having 4 computers, okay, and each computers having IPv6 address. Okay, I can give like this: 2001 10 colon colon 1, and let me start with the 2. Okay, this computer having IP address 2001 colon colon 10 colon 3. This computer having IP 10.1 10 colon colon 3, and this computer having IP 10.1 10 colon colon 4. Okay, and I want to give the name like A, B, C, D, and let me type the MAC address. Okay, so it will be like uh, I'm just going to type random address like 1111. The MAC address of A is 1111. The MAC address of B is 222. The MAC address of C is 333, and MAC address of D is 444. Yeah, it is like random. So now my question is, wait a minute. Yeah, my question is, A wants to send the data to D. Yeah, it is a global unicast, right, Rajkumar? A wants to send the data to D. First of all, tell me how many of you remember the first day. Yeah, how many of you remember the first day? Like the first day, I talk about the IPv4. Yeah, the process is like A. There we have 4 computer, and IP address is like 192.168.0.12 and all this. Yeah. So how many of you remember this first day? It was the first day of the lecture, and I explain you all this ARP process and all this. So if you remember it, type yes. If you forget it, or maybe you are not able to see this, type no. Yeah, we will talk about all this today. Yeah. How many of you remember this? Okay, if you don't remember, type no, and if you remember it, you can type, you can say yes. Yes, sir. Recently watch YouTube also. That's good. That's nice. Yeah, you will really enjoy next sessions. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm asking you one question about this. Okay. Suppose A wants to send data to D. Yeah, I'm going to replicate the same process. A want to send data to D. A have IP address of D. Yeah, A have IP address of D. A must have MAC address of D. Yeah, A must have MAC address of D. Now, how A will get MAC address of D? Now, how A will get MAC address of D? Okay, if you remember IP version 4, you can talk about this, no problem. Yeah, just consider that if it is IP version 4, just assume that it is IP version 4 scenario, and A want to get the MAC address of D. How A will get the MAC address of D? Can you remember this? Yeah, can you tell me in IP version 4 how A will get MAC address of D? Switch broadcast. No, no, no. Broadcast, no. Broadcast. But there is a one specific word, like which protocol will be used by A? Which protocol will be used by A? Yes, Hiren is right now. Yeah, it is ARP. Rajkumar is right. Yeah, okay. Making broadcast, right? Yeah, but you should use this specific word. Yeah, Hiren is right. Okay. So Rajkumar is also right. So in IP version 4, we had this, like, if A want to send the data to D, A must have MAC address of D. And to get the MAC address, A will use ARP. Yeah, and ARP is like address resolution protocol, and it is a broadcast. Yeah, it is a broadcast. Now, can we use this ARP with IP version 6? Yeah, can we use this ARP with IP version 6? This is my question. Can I use ARP with IP version 6? You have to give answer yes or no. Okay. My question is, can I use ARP with IP version 6? I'm waiting for your answer. Okay. My question is, can I use ARP with IP version 6? Naveen Panda is saying, so ARP broadcast. You just need to give answer in yes and no. Okay. Brijesh Panchal is saying no. Okay. Ragesh, welcome. Ragesh, you are new to the community. Welcome. Okay. So, yeah, you can. Rajkumar is saying yes. All device have a MAC address. Nitish Sharma is saying yes. Mark is saying yes. Okay. Very good. Anyone, like, yeah, I want answer. Yeah, I want this, like, I want to know. It is called ICMP v6. It is Marius. Okay, new to the community. Welcome, Marius. Welcome. It is really good, and appreciate if you are new and you are sending message. Super. Yeah, Nikhil is saying no. Okay, no, they use link local. Okay, so let me ask you another question. Okay, address resolution protocol is a broadcast. Yeah, just watch today's video, like just watch first day and second day video again. Yeah, again, if you don't remember it, please watch it again. Yeah, you will like, you can resonate all this with this particular session. Yeah, so ARP is a broadcast. Yeah, if you remember the first session, okay, I just typed that A will send ARP broadcast. It is called address resolution protocol broadcast. Okay. Now tell me, can in IP version 6, can we do broadcast? In IP version 6, can we do broadcast? Yeah, I guess no. You can. But now it is a second question. Okay, in IP version 6, can we do broadcast? This is my question now. Yes or no? Brijesh Panchal is saying no, we cannot. Okay, Rajkumar is saying no multicast. Prakash Kumar is saying no. Mark Donald saying no broadcast. Very good. Okay, now ARP is doing broadcast. Yeah, now ARP is doing broadcast. Okay, so now you tell me, can we use ARP with IP version 6? Yes or no? Now you tell me. Okay, can we use ARP with IP version 6? No. No provision for the broadcast. And if there is a no provision for broadcast, you cannot use ARP, because ARP totally based on the broadcast. The communication of the ARP is always based on the broadcast, right? So we cannot use ARP for IP version 6. Yes or no? Yeah, we cannot use it. Okay. No, 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 no. Okay. Now 3 people commented, Suleiman, Brijesh Bhai, and one another person commented that it is any caste. Yeah, it is any caste. You cannot use this also. Yeah, and when I talk about in the previous session, again, what the previous session about IPv6. When I started IPv6, I told you that you cannot say broadcast is replaced by any caste. Yeah, you cannot say broadcast is replaced by anycast. So yeah, whatever you're doing with the broadcast, you can do with the multicast. So anycast is a totally different thing. Yeah, anycast is totally different thing. Okay, so you cannot say that, yeah, there is no ARP, and instead of ARP we have this what we call it is anycast over here. Yeah, so forget about anycast right now. But the matter over here is, you cannot say that IP version 6 is using ARP, because the communication of the ARP is always through the broadcast, and in IP version 6 there is no provision for the broadcast, right? Okay, so this is the final wording. Okay, now the question is, suppose if there is a no broadcast, like there is no ARP in IP version 6, yeah, there is a no ARP in IP version 6, how can A will get the MAC address of D? Because it is required if you want to send the data to A to D. Yeah, so in IP version 6 we have all the process, and this process is called ND. Yeah, it is called neighbor discovery. Yeah, it is called neighbors discovery. Yeah, so instead of ARP in IP version 6 we have ND. Okay, it is called neighbor discovery. Okay, so in IP version 6 we can use this ND process like neighbor discovery, and then using this we can able to get the MAC address of particular PC. Okay, so now I'm going to explain you what is this NDP, or we can say that is ND, like network discovery. Okay, so there are 5 type of neighbor discovery process. Okay, there are 5 type of neighbor discovery process. The first one is known as neighbor solicitation. Okay, in short we can say that it is a NS. Yeah, it is NS. NS is like ARP request. Okay, NS is like ARP request. Now total NS communication will be based on ICMP version 6, and when you capture the packet of this, it is called ICMP type 135. Yeah, and it was there in the previous exam. Okay, they are asking question about this. What is the ICMP version 6 NS packet type? It was in the previous exam. Okay, so keep this in mind also. Okay, now the neighbor solicitation message is to find the MAC address from the IP address. Okay, so in IP version 6 we have ARP, and in the ARP there are 2 type of the message, ARP request and ARP reply. Okay, so here we have this NS. It is known as network solicitation message, same as ARP request on IPv4. Yeah, it is same as ARP request on IP version 4. Okay, so here we have different story. Okay, like suppose A wants to send data to D. Okay, so A will not use ARP in case of IP version 6. Okay, repeating it again and again, so you will never forget it. Okay, now A will send NS message. Yeah, A will send NS message, and this is known as neighbor solicitation message, right? And which address it will use? If A wants to send NS message, which address it will use? It will use it will use multicast address. And which address will be used by this particular computer? Okay, so remember this, open this. We have this multicast address, and here we have this FF0002:1, old node on the local network segment, right? So it will use this particular address for the multicast, because it want to send the packet to all node. Okay, if your MAC address, if your MAC IP address is this, give me your MAC address. Yeah, so this is the way the communication is happening. Now if you want to find it out, or if you want to learn it properly, we can create a packet tracer lab in this particular system. Yeah, so I'm going to open a packet tracer. Wait a minute, like it is really important to understand. Yeah, in the IP version 6. Yes, Mark, you are right. because it is all host multicast address, right? FF0, FF02 : 1. Wait a minute. I am using capturing tool. So we can capture the packet and we can understand this process exactly. Okay. And we cannot finish our today's session, like we have to extend IPv6 for one more day, because how to assign IP address to the router and all this, like we will learn it tomorrow. Yeah, we cannot finish it today. So we will learn, like IPv6 will be extended for one more day. See, I'm going to configure a lab, and this time I will use one sniffer tool. Okay, if I will use this sniffer tool, we can able to capture the packet, right? And it is really good feature of packet tracer. So what I'm doing right now, I'm going to add one switch over here. This is switch, and here I'm having this PC, right? Let me remove the PC 0. Okay, I'm going to add PC 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me connect them. See, I'm not going to connect this particular PC directly with the switch. Okay. Instead of that, we can use a sniffer tool. Okay. So it will be in line between PCA to 0. Yeah, it is like, see, we are learning, we are here for the learning, right? Time frame is not important for us. Okay. I want that the concept must be clear. Okay. The concept must be clear. It is our requirement. And whenever you will going to give the, like, whenever you will give this interview and all this, you will remember my every word. That is for sure. Yeah. So, and I'm saying you to all, please comment. Yeah, do not worry about it is right or wrong and anything. Yeah, because see, I'm setting up the learning pattern using your comment. Yeah, so it is good to comment, so I can able to give the answer if you are wrong. Yeah, see here, if you go to this particular end devices, you will get sniffer tool over here. Yeah, and this sniffer tool, it is like it is used to capture the packet. It is used to capture the packets. So if you click over here, it has 2 port. Okay, and one is incoming. See, one port is incoming. Okay, so we want to capture the packet which is coming from PC1. Yeah, I want to capture all the packet which is coming from PC1. So what I can do, I can add sniffer tool over here. Okay, and then I can connect this PC fast Ethernet 0, and then with the fast Ethernet 0, because Ethernet 0, yeah, Ethernet 0 of the sniffer tool can capture the packet which is coming from PC1. Okay, and then we can connect this fast Ethernet 1 with the switch. Okay, and all this device I'm going to connect with very normal process, like okay, PC2, and I can use any port, right? Okay. Okay, now I'm going to add one another sniffer tool. Okay, I'm going to add one another sniffer tool over here. Why? Because we want to capture request and reply both. Okay, so I'm going to add one another sniffer tool over here, and then we can compare this. Fast Ethernet 0. Okay, it will also be fast Ethernet 0, and then it is Ethernet 01. Okay, now I'm going to assign IP address, and it is like simple, very normal IP address of IP version 6. It can be 2001:10::1. Yeah, and /64. Okay. Okay, sorry, it is 100. Wait a minute. 10. 2001 colon 10 colon 1. Okay. In the desktop, IP, sorry, it is IP version 6, 2001 colon 10 colon 2 slash 64. PC3, 2001 colon 10 colon 3 slash 64. And here we have another PC, 2001 colon 10 colon 4 slash 64. Yeah, this is Nitish, you are saying it or you are asking it? Like, is it available in the GNS? So you, if you are saying that, yeah, it is available. If you are asking it, it is available. Yeah, but for that you have to use Wireshark. Yeah, you can use Wireshark in the GNS, and if you want to use with this packet tracer, you can use this sniffer tool. Yeah, yeah, it is available in GNS also. Okay, and we will do some practical using GNS also, so don't worry about it. If you want to like hands-on with the GNS, we can use GNS also. Okay, actually I'm comfortable with GNS, but like right now I'm using this packet tracer, because for CCNA it is really like you can use packet tracer, it is good. Okay, now what I'm doing right now, I'm going to PC1. Okay, I'm going to command prompt, and I will ping 2001 colon 10 colon 4. I'm going to ping 2001 10 colon 4. Yeah, I'm getting ping. Yeah, it is ICMP 6. So I'm getting my ping. Okay, and now if I want to capture, like sniffer capture the packet. Yeah, so if you want to capture this, is there is a NDP. Yeah, this is NDP. Okay, it is a neighbor discovery protocol. And if you check over here, yeah, it is. If you check over here, see this. It is a, why it is 100 there? It is 100.1. Okay, and see over here, this is a destination IP. Okay, FF02 colon 1 FF0. I will explain you this, but this is a packet used by A to get the MAC address of D. Okay, and whenever like ARP in IP version 4, we have ND, neighbor solicitation, neighbor discovery. In the ND, the first is a neighbor solicitation message, and it use all node multicast address over here. It is FF02. Yeah, it is all node multicast address over here. And maybe I did some mistake. Here I have this 10, right? Here I have 10. Okay, here I have 10 also, and here I have 10 also. Yeah, so actually why I'm getting a message from 100? Yeah, the source IP should be 2001 10 colon 1. Yeah, but it is 100. Maybe it is a problem of the packet tracer, or maybe. Yeah, but just think about this. It is FF02. Okay, colon 1 FF001. Okay, we do not need to worry about the format. Just remember that if A want to send data to D, in the case of IP version 6, A will send neighbor solicitation message, and it will be based on the all node multicast address. Right now, all hosts will get this message, and then the D will reply. Yeah, a D will reply with the MAC address. Now, in the term of IP version 4, we called it ARP reply. Okay, but in IP version 6, we can say this is known as neighbor advertisement. Okay, so when A will send neighbor solicitation message, D will reply with the neighbor advertisement message. Okay, so it is using ICMP type 136. Okay, it is a reply of the neighbor solicitation message, and same as ARP reply on IP version 4. Okay, so in IP version 4 we have ARP request and reply, and this is based on the broadcast and all this. But in IP version 6 we have this instead of ARP we have this neighbor solicitation and neighbor advertisement, and both of this message is based on FF02 address, and which is known as old node multicast address. Yeah, it is FF02 colon colon 1, FF02 colon colon 2, sorry, colon colon 1. Right now, if you want to capture ARP request, like sorry, a neighbor solicitation message from the client, it is the neighbor advertisement message, you can capture, yeah, it is captured in this particular sniffer tool. Yeah, you have to go to the GUI, and if you click over here you will get the reply. You will get the reply. So source is 2001 10 colon colon 4. Yeah, and it is also requesting on FF02 colon colon. Okay, so both neighbor neighbor solicitation message and neighbor advertisement message based on FF02 colon colon 1, which is known as old node multicast address. Right, so if you have any doubt you can ask me question right now, and if you have if you don't have any doubt, okay, just type wow so I can go for the next level. Yeah, if you have any doubt you can ask question. Okay, you can ask question in any language and it doesn't matter, but if you don't have doubt just type wow so I can go ahead. Yeah, waiting for your reply, guys, waiting for your reply. Rahul Grover, your whole concept is clear. So you have wow for everything. Yeah. Okay. We can say that because NS is a requesting for the MAC address, and it is NA is a reply. Okay, it is a reply. We'll talk about FF colon colon 04. Don't worry about it, all this. Yeah. Yeah, it is good. Okay. So this is the way we can communicate with this. Two computer communicate using IP version 4. Right? It is the way two computers of IP version 6 communicate with each other. Yeah. Now we will talk about router solicitation and router advertisement. Okay, but before we do this, like before I talk about router solicitation and router advertisement, it is really good to talk about how to assign IP version 6 address. Okay, so there is a stateless, there is a stateful, and all this. Okay, so to complete this, like this process will take time, so we have to start a total new session, like this will be the practical again, and we have to understand how we can assign IPv6 addresses to PC or to the router. Okay, so tomorrow we'll talk about this particular addressing system, how to assign IP version 6 address, what is IP version 6 DHCP, what is a stateless auto configuration, what is a stateful auto configuration. You already know that how to assign IPv6 address manually, right? So okay, so we will talk about this first, okay, and how to configure IP version 6, okay, and then we will talk about router solicitation and router advertisement. Okay, yeah, Rahul, we will discuss IP version 6 anycast and multicast anytime soon. Yeah, it is good, but actually see, whenever we are learning about the CCNA we have to find the boundary. Yeah, we have to find the boundary, because if I will discuss any cast and multicast and like everything, it will be really difficult to finish the course and on timely manner. Yeah, because in exam they are not asking any question about any cast. Yeah, they are asking one only question, and it is like, what is the use of unit in any cast? And the answer is really simple, it is like 1 to nearest 1. Yeah, but we will discuss it about for sure. Okay, so I'm going to end today's session. We will talk about router solicitation and router advertisement after giving the IP address and all this. Yeah, Anycast is really good for maybe for the CDN and all this. Yeah, so okay, every interview ask Anycast. Okay, if it is this case, we will talk about it. Okay, so we will finish IP configuration tomorrow, and then we will talk about router solicitation and router advertisement. Yeah, so tomorrow we will complete one lab, and after that we will start dynamic routing protocols. Okay, it will be with IP version 4 and 6 together. We will configure dual lab, okay, with IP version 4 and 6. So it will be really very comfortable for us to configure both IP version 4, IP version 6 dynamic routing protocol. Yeah, so I'm going to finish our today's session, like it is 8 minutes early, but we have to finish it because the new IP address assignment will take too much time. Okay, so we are extending one more day for IP version 6. We will do it tomorrow. Yeah, Nikhil, I will announce result tomorrow for sure. Yeah, I was really very busy, so I was not able to do that, but I will announce it very soon. Yeah, so thank you very much. Okay, and one request. Yeah, Rajkumar, we will meet tomorrow at morning 7 o'clock. Yeah, and if you really like today's session, okay, please share this video. Yeah, if you like today's session, Rahim is a new person. Yeah, thank you, Rahim. Welcome. Okay, if you really like today's session, please share this video. Okay, goodbye and see you tomorrow same time. It is 8:30. Bye.